Speaking of Tip, I mean, I just seen on Instagram what it looked like the PSC was getting back together, man.
I just got on the phone with Mac Boney. Listen.
Oh, shit.
Listen. Hey, listen, at the joint, Big Country walked downstairs and Mac Boney. Yeah, so, yeah.
What we doing here, Toomp?
Oh, man, I'm pulling up on them tonight, actually. And go through the playlist. And,
That's all we need.
And, dog, straight up, man, I work off 3 different Macs.
Yeah.
Each one of them got their own identity. Like, each one of them got Studio One.
Yeah.
Each one of them have Reason, and 2 of them have FL.
Uh-huh.
But, bruh, like, when you hear what come out of this one, and then when I go through a few folders on this one, you'll be like, God damn, is that the same dude? Yes, it's the same guy. So my shit is set up crazy, bro. The way I got, my playlist is longer than the average cat out there. I ain't even bragging.
My God.
So I make about 8 joints a day, you know what I mean? And maybe, well, at least 8 joints get saved per day. Honestly, if you were sitting in there watching me put certain joints together, you'd be like, man, what you do with that? I'd be like, I scrap. Like, man, what you know what I mean? My manager used to get on me about that shit. Because it might be a beat if I'm tapping a certain sample, but if I'm just creating a certain melody and it don't hit me a certain way, but just imagine you walk out and if you walk in and caught me tapping on it, you might walk back out and say, oh boy, that shit, that gonna come out crazy. And next thing you know, about an hour later, I'm on a whole nother beat.
Ooh.
So if you come back and ask what that track is, I might be like, it didn't make it. So at least 8 tracks get saved per day.
Okay.
So I might make 15 or 20.
My God.
And still could get some shit done throughout the day. We talking about 7, maybe 5 to 6 hours out of the day. So the rest of the 24, I get busy.
Now, Mac Boney is one of those guys who I've always loved style and delivery when it came to this music as well.
He got that tone, too.
Exactly. He got that voice.
That grown man tone.
What was that conversation like when he said, it's time, the Pimp Squad clique is back?
Hey, man, honestly, he said it in conversation because we were just conversing about all other type shit.
Okay.
And he was like, man, he threw it in quick, like, yeah, we putting the band back together, and we up here at the studio. And I was like, hold on, bro, rewind. I say, you just hanging I say, you at the studio? Or what about that putting the band back together? He's like, oh, we in there, man. He said it's him and Dro. Dro is right in there with them.
I know what you're talking about.
That shit about to be crazy.
Nigga, I'm waiting on that. My ear is gonna be ready to hear.
And producers, when you're in a position like this, when you hear of a project that's basically, or an artist who basically going back in, who haven't been in for a while, a lot of times that's a good time to pull up because you can set the tone of that. If you come with the right records, you can set the tone of that project. It's not a greed thing. It's just the fact that if these cats make 5 strong songs to your tracks, you're the one. You're the one. You know what I mean? So at this point, I might just go through my playlist and if they pick a good 5 or 6 and they end up being the monster, shit, I might end up doing half the album or executive producer. So you just never know what happens.
Come on now.
I mean, I just, ain't trying to make that happen, but if it happens like that, that's how it happens when you are the driving force in the sound or vibe of a project. Like I was one song from being executive producer on Graduation.
What?
Yeah. If I would have had 4 records on there, I could have been a associate executive producer on Graduation.
Break that down. How does that go? Because I never understood that.
It's when you have a certain amount of songs, and you got to have your attorney and your management to push that too.
Okay.
But it's official that when you have at least 4 or more records on one album, you are the driving sound of that project to a certain degree.
Yeah.
If you're the only producer with that many, that way you could get that. You could kind of get that because even with Graduation, Ye came down here to work with me. He didn't come to get a Southern vibe. He came to vibe with Toomp.
Yeah.
So we started at Doppler, ended up in Chongqing in New York.
Yeah.
So we were vibing. So it was like I was overseeing even the stuff that I didn't produce. I was sitting in on the mixes. Oh, that mix cool or whatnot. So it's like I played a part in the whole project, even the records that I didn't produce.
Yeah.
But I was just there, and he just wanted my vibe. And so, but I was one song.
My God.
Yeah, from being executive producer of Graduation, which is one of his greatest albums to this day,
I mean, seeing Kanye and his tribulations, I mean, what's been going through your mind lately with him? Because, I mean, they tried to take everything from him, but then Adidas is looking like they call themselves taking something from him, but then...
Man, they can't do nothing without us, man! hop, the shit, man. You gotta think. Hey man, I'm not a racist. I'm not prejudiced. But come on, man. When you think of cool
and culture,
what's hip? Our culture, dog. When if you put on, just close your eyes and listen while the Super Bowl playing and listen to most of the commercials, you're gonna hear at least 70 to 80% of hip hop music.
Yeah.
Something from our culture. It's gonna be an artist or somebody. You know, of course they're gonna have everybody else, some actors and some country artists, but hip hop.
Come on now.
Come on, bruh. Come on, and shit. It depends on who really was over the production of Rihanna's show. Shit, man, that's a few rappers she could have brought on that stage that would have took that motherfucker to the next level. Imagine she would have got the umbrella and goddamn Jay would have came out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's but that's us, bro. And Rihanna's hip hop.
Do you think that Adidas is gonna have to come on back in with Ye then, or what?
Man, they have to, dog. Because if he goes somewhere else, he gonna take it and start another fire, man. That's how powerful we are. Yeah, and the man has a vision and he has a brand. People still F with Kanye no matter what. Yep. And to this day, I'm like, yo, let me kidnap Kanye for a month. We gonna get at least, I promise you, in a month's time, and if let's say, let's do the numbers. Let's say if I can kidnap Kanye for about a month.
Yeah.
And put in at least 8 hours a day. 5 days a week.
That's right.
Oh, that's gonna be a classic album. Classic. Because it's the vibe, man. When you just vibing with each other and you're sharing your thoughts, he might wake up feeling this day. Okay. He might catch me one day. Damn, Toomp, man, what you going through, man? Going through some shit with woo.
Yeah.
You know, me and my lady going through the shit. That might make him write a certain song.
Exactly.
He might tell me about it. We might be some shit on TV that day. He'll be like, oh boy, we need to write a song about that.
Come on.
That might be our biggest record. So when it's a situation where you really vibing with an artist more than just hoping that you get on the album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's two totally different things, because when you really are in there with that artist, man, you could really almost go to your whole playlist and he will pick some shit that you wouldn't have sent if it came down to you sending tracks. So that's why I always tell artists too, it's best for me to come sit with you and get that boutique treatment more than me just trying to say, oh, I think he gonna like this one, let me email this. So where I might be missing the whole vibe,
exactly.
Just by thinking what you might want instead of coming there and playing them live. So a lot of people miss out on their blessings too by sending tracks, man. Fly to that city, whatever. If you got that bag, man, shit, if an artist won't tell you to send records, and if you got a cool shit, $1,000 just to fuck off, man, shit, take a flight, go to Miami, go to LA.
Come on.
Go sit with them.